Overtop, good morning. Shalom, shalom to all those out there. Peace be upon you. I just want to take a moment. I tried to make a quick little PSA AI video, but it kept denying it. So I'm not always sure what's up with that. I enjoy using AI to make these kind of visual parable videos for everybody. I feel like they can, open your eyes, wake you up for the right people. I tried to make a video about warning people against the Antichrist, who had snuck in 2,000 years ago to the followers of Yahshua the Way. It's always been called the Way. It's been called the Way since the very beginning. It's in Genesis when Yah tells us that I'm gonna pick Abraham because he's gonna continue to teach his kids my way. So, if you are following the Antichrist, it's not your fault. If we were all born into this, we inherited lies. It's all through the Tanakh. Today, you're going to probably use the mark of the beast. Today, you're probably maybe going to eat pork. You can start following Yah today in his Torah. I know there's people out, you got Bibles? I know you got a Bible. Pick it up, start reading it in the beginning. Why would you start a book at the end? Don't do that. Do not do that. If someone suggests that, just say, oh, okay, you're cool. Don't argue with them. Just start in the beginning. Genesis, better sheet. All right? You're going to feel, you want to get close to Yah. That's how you start. Well, there's two ways. One, that's the written Torah. Now, here's the oral Torah, which has been passed down since Abraham, right? Well, I'm not going to tell you the whole oral Torah. That's going to take a much longer video, but start treating your neighbor good, right? Your neighbor. Who's your neighbor? Well, Yeshua's told us who his neighbors were. He talked about the Samaritans. Why did he bring up the Samaritans? Well, because they believed in the same God, just not in the same way. So when Yeshua would go to Samaria, they considered him Jewish. But when he went to Judea, they considered him a Samaritan. I believe our favorite historian has actually spoke about this. He said a Samaritan was crucified. What would he have considered Yahshua? A Jew or a Samaritan? These are things to ponder for the day. Research it, pray about it. Ask for Hakma and Binyeh, wisdom, divine wisdom and divine understanding. I know that Jews across the world pray for this stuff every day. My cat's about to get in front of my video because she's annoying. Yeah, I'm going to leave this in here too. So, get back, Geneva. Yes, I've named, me and my wife have named our animals after different Bible translations. We have Geneva. We have Tyndale. And then, lately we're still stuck with the biblical name. We got a little kitten, and her name is Bathsheba. So, anyway, I digress. So, if you are reading the letters of Paul, you have to understand this is a very confusing thing. This is not the people that put the Bible in order. I don't know if they had deceivious means or not. I know that our Father has allowed for the 66 books, the 73 books to be around. So you just need to, like I said, pray for wisdom. There's a reason that it's an Old Testament and a New Testament. Old Test, New Test. What was the Old Test? Well, he didn't want sacrifice. That's the Old Test. And he clearly says this through all the Navim, the prophets, that I do not want sacrifice. There are ways, there are alternatives to those sacrifices that we can do, like treating people good and realizing that we're all here in the same boat. Don't try to get one over on each other. If you were rich, what would you do? Would you give away your money? You're going to help people out? Here on Mitzvah Yah, I don't like getting into politics. I don't like getting into changes in systems. The only reason I'm even using YouTube is because Rabbi Kaduri said this would be the way that it's done. So here we are. This is the new wells in life. I can't just go to the water well in town and talk and be like, hey guys, I bet you had 5 wives. You know, that's not going to work. You got to do it here. This is where people are watching. You are watching me on here. You're not going to see me on the street yelling. No, they're going to probably shoot me or something. So, oh, a new video size reach. So I can only do 5-minute videos. Well, we're going to fix this. You probably won't even, I'm probably not going to edit it because, well, you're going to get me. I'm not trying to trick anybody. I'm not trying to get one over on anybody. I'm trying to make leaders here, not followers. All right. Everybody can do Torah. That's my point. Put down the pork today. Don't eat the bacon. All right. Put the pork away. That's your first start. It's easy, you know. And then get yourself some Z's. They're all you can look it up. Plenty of YouTube videos on how to make them. This is like your first visual start. Put your cross down. Get a ZZ tassel. It's a ZZ. All right. They're beautiful. You must use a blue string. All right. Make sure there's a blue one in there. And then go crazy on the rest of the colors. Yeah, they're going to not like me for that. But that's fine. Because here's the thing. Is Yah said use a blue string. Make this stuff, you know, it's for you to look at and visualize 2 things. The mitzvahs, commandments of Yah. And this is how I know sometimes Yah gets a little colorful with his language. So every once in a while, if you let out a dirty word, don't feel bad. You're not actually cursing anybody. That's what that means. Do not curse people. Don't curse out your neighbor. That's not good. But if you hit your thumb and say shit, it's going to be fine. Nobody's going to come, an angel's not going to come down and be like, what are you doing? Because here's the thing. What did Dad say about the ZZ? You need to look this stuff up for yourself. Don't go whoring around with other Alahym. All right. Now, I'm going to take you to the book of John, which is not the book of John. That's actually the book of Eliezer. There's going to be a video coming about. I think I might have a video about that already. Probably not as good. I'll make another one. Go through and show you who the loved disciple was. And it was not John. All right. I'm sure he loved John, but that's not, you know, if you follow the evidence in the book of John, you will see that it is Eliezer, Lazarus, that he resurrected from the dead. That's who his loved was. It's a very clear pattern. Look for the smallest verse in John. It's he wept, right? All around that, you're going to see, oh, he loved Lazarus so much. It's in there. You'll find it. Your mind's going to be blown. You're like, oh, Lazarus wrote this book. Well, why is it not called Lazarus? Well, that's a whole nother... That's what I'm saying. Do they have deceivious means or they just don't know any better? But I know that Yah says we're in darkness, that we're destroyed by our own darkness and ununderstanding. You know, it's a time for the moon. It's here. Be a star. Bright up the darkness around you. Don't let people sit in darkness alone. I understand in this video I've gone a little all over the place. There's a lot to say to people, and I don't know who's going to be watching this. Maybe 1, 2, 5, 10, 20... thousands of people. It could be any number of people who watch this video today. Start doing Torah. It's your operating system. It's the world's operating system. Science has labeled things. We're silly. We're silly people. We think that we can, well, you know, if I drop this staff, right, like, well, they're going to say that's gravity, right? Every time I let go of it, it's going to fall, right? Every time. Another rabbi did this with a pen. I want to call credit where credit is due. The Shoemaker Report. It's a great show. You should watch it. You know, he had a pen, dropped it because every time, but he's not wrong. You know, y'all is keeping this falling every time because that's what I expect to happen, right? I'm convinced if I could break that cycle and get this gravity thing out of my head, y'all would probably stand this up for me. He doesn't this with like a broom or something? Like once in a great while, you can take a broom and stand it up. I mean, that's nuts, right? There's all these laws of nature that are actually Torah laws. You know, like this is, we've lost the ability to look at the sky and be like, hey, it's Friday. Or, well, we wouldn't say Friday. We would have been saying the 5th day, which, you know, there's a whole name for that. Humash. It would be the Humash. But I digress again. I'm not going to apologize. I am who I am. Okay? I'm Rabbi Yaakov. I'm here to help. All right? 40 years of my life I spent. You're going to hear about it every once in a while. I did not do good stuff. I have 3 very good fruits, my children. And that's amazing. Y'all gave me that in those first 40 years. This time around, my next 40 is, I can tell he has blessed me in ways that I have finally started to understand. One,
The rustic rabbi must lead his precious flock. Savage wolves and beasts lie in wait. But can he survive pure, blinding light? With the Torah, he has the power. By the Spirit of Yah, they are safe.